Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Valadis. Well, guys, today we will continue to work on Valadis, and to do that, we will have to defeat the slew of mobs that have positioned themselves outside of our door. Alright, lovely way to wake up in the morning, but anyway, today we are going to be busy building. So, we have all of these plots of land out here. And what we want to do is utilize them. And the first thing we are going to be building today is a blacksmith. So I think where we are going to put this blacksmith is right over here. So I was thinking what we can maybe do is this is the middle of the building. So we want to have a bit of an outside yard sort of an area. So let us do that. And we want this yard to stretch the whole distance over here. Maybe like just a quarter of the build. So we've already got it laid out nicely here. So let's get rid of all of this grass for now. We can always place it elsewhere later as needs arise. And yes, there was a lava pool there. Okay. Forgot about that. Okay, here we go. Actually, I might want to save some of this lava and not get rid of all of it, because then I can bucket it up and use it for the forging furnace area of the blacksmith. So it's actually pretty darn useful that it's there. Except that it's now setting my boundaries on fire. That's not that great. Okay, let's just do a bit of a fire break here. Just so that our whole plot layout doesn't go catch a light. That would be great. Okay, so let's just leave it under the ground there, but cover it up. Oopsie daisy. Grass, thank you. Then we can just add a layer of stone bricks for the yard out here. Like so. I think this should work out quite nicely for the yard for the blacksmith, where he's going to do all of his outside work. Because I think we are going to have an outside forge just with an overhang cover, just so that it's a bit cool for him, so he doesn't have to suffer through the heat. I know forges can get extremely hot, so we want to try and alleviate that as much as possible for our poor guy. Right, let's do this for now. Let's also get one of these down. Get our shulker box out of here. And let's just put our wood away in there for now. Alright, awesome. So yeah, guys, if you have any ideas for buildings that you want me to build and you think should be added to the area, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, I'm starting with a blacksmith, but what should we do next? And what style should we go for overall? I'm thinking a medieval theme would sort of suit this, but that's very generic for Minecraft. So maybe medieval fantasy, like a little bit of a twist on it. Like we've got sort of like a steampunkish aesthetic with the buildings there, so we could blend the two styles maybe. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's break that down. Right. So that's our outside yard over here. And we can continue to break this along here. And collect the wood while we do it, why not? Okay. So now what we can do is we can have the doorway... Let's have the doorway into it over here. And then we can bring it up to about here. We don't want it to be too much of a... We don't want it a very high building, because it's a very low profile build. It's just basically the blacksmith's shop, his work area. So this would be his work area, because it links directly to the thing. But then it would go into his house and bedroom. So this would be his living room and bedroom area. So let's edit this here. That will disconnect it from the building next to it a bit and give us an idea of when we're placing windows, where we want the windows to be placed. 2, 3, 4. Just use 4 blocks on each of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. And maybe what I can do is I can go and grab some of the new block that we got, the basalt, and try and mix that in a bit and see how that works out with the overall style, because I don't just want to have this out here. What we can do to get this start looking like it's a work area is put that down there. That should be pretty cool. Okay, so let's go and get us some basalt from the thing, and we have a wandering trader visiting us. What are you after, Mr. Wandering Trader? You will give us an emerald for... Okay. Nothing too exciting, dude. Yeah. I don't have any villagers to generate me emeralds yet, but that is another thing we need to do. We need to try and get some villagers into our village. And once we have the villagers all connected up and working, it'll be really awesome. Okay, let's take some of this basalt and try and work it into our area. Also, I want to grab some iron because I'm going to need to make an anvil. And also, I want to make an anvil. I want to make a bucket so we can collect that lava and incorporate it into our build. So let's get working on that, shall we? That would be pretty cool. Let's see what we can do. If we break a couple blocks here, right? So that gives like a nice cobbly texture. Whereas that, that also doesn't look too bad. Nice, yeah. So let's just break 1 or 2 blocks around here, just at as random as we can go, like so. Just so that it breaks up the profile of this whole area. Also, what I want to do is I want to get a crafting bench down. So let's just take this and quickly make a crafting bench. I want to get a crafting bench down here so that we can make a bucket and collect that lava. Let's actually just make 3 buckets from now. We can just get 3 buckets of lava quickly. 1, 2, 3. You can just cover that up. Alright. And then put the basalt blocks down randomly as they fall. So if they fall as cobble, they stay as cobble. If they fall as... whoops! If they fall as the sideways texture, they stay as the sideways texture. That will give it a bit of variation. Nice. That does indeed help. However, this is bothering me. Alright, let's break those 2 and place the grass down there. Alright, nice. Okay, now what we want to do next is start building the furnace itself. And I was thinking for that, we can put it over here, so I'm going to have to move you guys. Sorry about that. I was thinking maybe we can build it out of the basalt. Right, and we need to get rid of the wood behind it. Alright, and let's put a stone brick back in here. There we go. And just build it up like this. Alright. Very, very cool. Now we want to bring the lava into here. So let's pour 1 bucket there, the next bucket there, and we'll have 1 flowing block of lava just at the end here. So this is just for like heating tools, but this is actually like really dumping them in the lava and getting them really worked. Alright, I think that should work out nicely. Then what we want to do is let us get this cobblestone block here and just yeah, we're gonna have to come in I think afterwards and just scatter some more cobblestone in through here as well, and maybe into the wall itself. That will help with the overall look and feel of things. Okay, I don't want you to be facing that way, bud. So let's bring this up like that. On the sides. Alright. Cool. I think that looks pretty awesome. And then what we can do maybe as well is get some iron bars. Okay. And just put them across here like so. Nice. Alright, I think that's working out quite well. Cool. Alright, now let us put our shulker box down and all the stuff into it for now, so that we don't have to deal with it being in our inventory. And let us think, I think we're going to go for a dark oak backing for the walls of this house. So we're going to go one block in. And let's see, so oak on dark oak, yeah, I like the look of that. And we're just going to bring that through the whole way. Like so. Very, very nice. Up. Up. Okay. Alright guys, so I've just gone around and I've outlined where I want all the walls to be, as you can see over here. So these are going to be the inner walls and outer walls of our house. I've left the oak logs here on the borders because I actually think that looks pretty cool. It gives nice framing and structure to the build as a whole. So let me fill this all in and I'll join you guys again. Alright guys, so I just went and got a whole bunch of cobblestone because I want to use it for the flooring of one of the areas inside the house. And as you can see, the house is actually coming along quite nicely. Well, the house area for the blacksmith, I mean. Except that it is inhabited by a whole bunch of skellies. And now a zombie. We are having quite the merry fight here tonight. Battle Royale, yeah. Everybody and its uncle getting involved, apparently. Alright, let's get rid of these skellies. Alright, now that creeper out there worries me. Goodbye, sir. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to clear out the floor once again. Or should we have it step up? I think we should have it step up into the main house. Because otherwise the roofs are going to be very tall. We can have a... Just, yeah. This is more than tall enough, so let's actually step up into the house. It will also help with the idea of you don't want to track too much dirt into the main area. You want to leave the dirt outside, so you have to step up into the house. Right. The sun is rising, so our mob problem should be a thing of the past not too long from now. Alright, and we can take care of all of this. Post haste. Eat some food. The problem with zombies is once you get rid of one of them, like a million more of them appear in its way to avenge their fallen comrade. But we can deal with them without too much hassle. I was thinking maybe for the floor of the main house, we can do a mix of two woods, so like a checkerboard pattern. So this is like the work area of the house. We're going to bring a... I want to eventually come into here and build for myself a actual auto smelter in this area. I think that would be a pretty cool thing to have. And I've never done anything like that before, so I don't know if this area is big enough for it. I might have to expand the blacksmith, I don't know. But for now, this should be pretty cool. And we need to do that and that. Make use of the stone cutting table over here to make ourselves some stairs. 2 should be fine. And then we can just put that like that. Pick that back up into our inventory. Break this and this. Yep. And let's put some cobble down there. Nice. Right, so I think that's looking pretty cool. We do have Mr. Skellybob with the Gold helmet coming on to say hello, though. Which we don't particularly need, and we don't need a creeper either. Goodbye, Mr. Creeper. Thank you. I will take your gunpowder, though. And your experience. Okay. So this is the front of our blacksmith, and it's looking pretty cool already. We also want to get an anvil. For that, we will need our iron, though. So, let's see. I believe it's 3 iron blocks that you need. Yep. Quite expensive for this little old anvil. We're going to put that a little bit away from the forge here. So like that. So you can dump things in the forge, hammer it on the anvil, come back, put it in the forge. Awesome. Alright, now next we've got the stone cutting table. What else do we need? A smithing table, of course. Put the smithing table over there. Let's take that with us. And so it's coming along quite nicely. We want some windows to this house. So let's plonk a few windows in at random here. Just 4 square windows like this. 4 block windows, I should say. I don't like how that looks on the inside though because of that. So, if we do that, that's too wide. So I think we'll need to leave it at 4 for now. Right, then we can do maybe the wide one here. Let's try on this side of the house if we can do the 3 wide and if it looks a bit better. Yeah. Alright, I think that looks much better. Okay. Cool. And then we need some more windows for this area. So here we go. And we can have a bit of a wall in between without any windows. And then have a main 4 wide window over here, facing the cathedral. Nice. Alright, now what we want to do is come in here with different types of wood and do a sort of checkerboard pattern. So let us place this down. Now let's use some birch and some oak and checkerboard those, right? So let's put our birch down like this. And in order to checkerboard, we place one, leave one, place one, leave one. As such. So let me do that and I'll join you guys back later. Okay, so that is the checkerboarded floor put in, and I think it looks quite nice against the dark oak walls. So as you can see, we are certainly coming in quite nicely on a finished product here. One thing though, we don't have any windows. Why is that? Because my glass supplies are extremely low. And why is that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you will follow me into the nether, and up this extremely tall ladder, right past the ceiling of the nether, you will find something starts appearing in the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my gold farm. Yep, and this is where all my glass went. This is based on a design by Il Mango, and pretty much is his design, step by step. The only thing I couldn't do, unfortunately, which is the main part of the design, is to get the pigment name tagged on the ends. Couldn't do that because, unfortunately, and I'm just going to turn sounds down while we're here because that rolling of the minecart can get very annoying very fast. I couldn't do that because you can't name tag entities in the snapshot for whatever reason. I mean, you can't change the name of the name tag in the anvil. It won't let you do that. But basically the idea is you've got all these zombie pigmen around here. I'm supposed to throw a snowball, but I don't have any snowballs handy. And unfortunately my arrows are killing them in one shot, so this is not a very good demonstration. But, yeah, you hit them like that, gets their aggro, they all come running towards you like mad things. You jump down to the middle, and they all make their way into the middle, like such. And they die due to entity cramming. So you get a whole bunch of EXP from this, from which you can repair your tools, which is really cool. Nice way to do it. And how anti-cramming works is you're only allowed a certain amount of entities in a set block. And here we have just enough mine carts in each of these blocks that the pigmen can't survive along with the mine carts, so the pigmen go. And if we had the pigmen around the edges, name tagged, they'd remain angry at us and keep flooding down and keep providing us with both EXP and gold, because they actually drop golden nuggets and sometimes golden bars, which is very useful indeed. What we can also do is hold our looting sword when they come towards us, and that will increase the amount of drops that they render onto us, which is pretty awesome. So yeah. So that's very, very cool. And then if we head on down here, I've got a very, very, very basic storage system right now, just where everything is being stored. But eventually I want to set it up so that the swords get dumped out, the rotten flesh gets dumped out, don't really need those, and just the nuggets and the gold skip. But as you can see, these were empty before I started, and already there is quite a bit of stuff in each of these. Just from that little excursion there, wow, that was dangerous. But yeah, and previously what I was doing is I was just knocking them off the edge into those hoppers over there, and then stuff would get siphoned into the chest, but that was just way too inefficient. I did not enjoy that. So, yeah, I went and spent the time of building all of this. But guys, let me know, where do you want to see the blacksmith going from here? Do you have any ideas for it that could improve on its design? What type of roof should it have? That sort of thing. What building should we build next? And do you have any questions? Because the next episode will, of course, be an exploration episode. As always, my name is Valadis. Good night, God bless, bye for now.